In 1995, there were 0 internet cafes in the world. By 2002, there were over 180,000 worldwide. Today, less than 15,000 remain. An entire global industry worth $4 billion vanished in just 10 years. But here's what's crazy. Internet cafes didn't die because people stopped using the internet. They died because of something much more profound. Something that changed how we connect, work, and even fall in love. The rise and fall of internet cafes isn't just a business story. It's the story of how we lost something we didn't even know we needed, and why millions of people around the world are desperately trying to get it back. (1995) San Francisco. A coffee shop owner named Wayne Gregory had a crazy idea. What if people could pay to use the internet like they pay for coffee? He opened the world's first internet cafe, and within months, there were lines around the block. Back then, getting online was like going to the movies. You had to leave your house, pay money, and share the experience with strangers. Home internet cost $50 a month, a luxury most couldn't afford. But for $5 an hour, anyone could access the entire world. By 2000, internet cafes were everywhere. Seoul had 25,000 locations. London had thousands. They weren't just businesses. They were cultural hubs where teenagers learned HTML, immigrants video called family, and gamers discovered Counter-Strike. Internet cafes created the first global digital community. Strangers became friends over shared screens. Romance bloomed over instant messages. These weren't just computer rental shops. They were the birthplace of internet culture itself. 2002 was the peak. Internet cafes generated $4 billion globally. In South Korea, they were called PC bangs and were as common as McDonald's. Entire neighborhoods were built around them. But here's what made them special. Internet cafes were accidentally social. You'd help the person next to you with their email. Share gaming tips with strangers. Meet your future spouse while both trying to figure out this thing called Facebook. Gaming tournaments turned internet cafes into arenas. World of Warcraft guilds met in person. Professional esports was born in these sweaty, neon-lit rooms filled with energy drinks and dreams. For millions, internet cafes weren't just about accessing technology. They were about accessing community. The internet felt infinite, but it was experienced together in real space with real people. 2007, Steve Jobs unveils the iPhone. Most people saw a fancy phone. Internet cafe owners should have seen a death sentence. But the real killer wasn't smartphones, it was Wi-Fi. As home internet got cheaper and wireless networks spread, the need to go somewhere for internet slowly disappeared. Why pay $5 an hour when you could get unlimited access at home for $30 a month? The death wasn't dramatic. It was slow, then sudden. Cafes that once had waiting lists became ghost towns. Owners who'd made fortunes watched their businesses evaporate customer by customer. By 2010, internet cafes were closing at a rate of 500 per month worldwide. The industry that had connected millions was being disconnected, one shut down at a time. But something strange happened after internet cafes died. We got everything we wanted: unlimited internet, privacy, convenience. So why do so many people miss them? Turns out, we didn't just lose a business model. We lost accidental community. Those random conversations with strangers. The shared excitement of discovering something new online. The energy of being around other people exploring the digital frontier. Psychologists call it ambient socialization, being around others without needing to interact. Internet cafes provided this naturally. Your home office? Not so much. Today's internet is faster, cheaper, and more private. But it's also lonelier. We gained efficiency and lost serendipity. We got convenience and gave up community. Plot twist: internet cafes are making a comeback, but they're not calling themselves internet cafes anymore. Co-working spaces are basically internet cafes for professionals. Gaming lounges are internet cafes for esports. Digital nomad cafes are internet cafes for remote workers. Same concept, different branding. In Seoul, PC bangs are thriving again. Not because people need internet access, but because they need social gaming experiences. In London, work cafes charge £20 a day for Wi-Fi and community. We're literally paying for what internet cafes gave us naturally, a reason to be around other people while being online. The rise and fall of internet cafes teaches us something profound about human nature. We thought we wanted convenience and privacy. Turns out, we also needed community and connection. Internet cafes didn't fail because they were outdated. They failed because we didn't realize what we were losing until it was gone. And now we're spending billions trying to recreate what we accidentally destroyed. So here's the question. In our rush toward digital convenience, what else are we losing without realizing it? Let me know in the comments. Did you ever use an internet cafe? And do you miss the chaos and community they created?